All right, YouTube. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking Auburn football. Go ahead and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. Like this video, comment, become a member. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. All right, so we're burning the midnight oil a little bit. Obviously, late for the party with the prediction show. A lot of detractors in the way. As a matter of fact, did a video the other day. This has just been an off week for me. I'm talking about UMass in a video where we are clearly about to take on Samford. I do apologize for that. But much ado, here is Samford coming to town to Auburn, a 5 p.m. kickoff. You can watch this game on ESPN Plus. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. All right, so in this particular game, you got Auburn that's in between Samford and upcoming Texas A&M on the road. And we're going to talk about the 5 reasons why Auburn will win. Now, we're almost, I'd say about 98% sure that they will win. But I'm going to let you know why they will win, because there has to be a rhyme and reason as to why you win a football game. You don't want to win a game just off physicality and talent alone. There has to be a rhyme and reason why you win a particular football game, and we're going to explain that here in this video. It's 5 reasons, though. Here's number 1. I hope you're ready for it. Number 1, Jordan-Hare Stadium is one of the toughest places to play in the country. As a matter of fact, a lot of teams have come to Jordan-Hare with championship aspirations in mind and just didn't quite make it. The crowd noise is just absolutely terrible for opposing teams, and this is going to be a night game, and it will be no different. Auburn fans don't care who the opponent is. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rambunctious. It's going to be absolutely crazy in Jordan-Hare. You talk about a 2-0 team that went on the road and defeated Cal. A lot of folks expected Auburn to win against Cal, but to win in the fashion that they did, to have a rejuvenation, so to speak, to be able to live to fight another day after a 14-10 clawing out there in the West Coast. I just think this is the atmosphere alone. This could be just number 1. The atmosphere alone might be too much for Samford, outside of all the other reasons that Samford has absolutely no chance to win this football game. Number 2, here's something we haven't talked about in detail in a long time. I think the Auburn defense not giving up a lot of points. These guys are actually pretty good. They've developed the ability to create plays for loss and turnovers. They have 11 tackles for loss and have a total of 5 turnovers in 2 games, including 3 against Power 5 California on the road in the middle of the night. These guys are actually pretty good. Big shout out to Eugene Asante, linebacker who has emerged. Now, there was some stuff that was talking about, from Brian Harson's daughter. I can't catch her name. I'm not sure if it's was even worth the research. But either way, she said that Eugene Asante wanted to be on the scout team. I just don't think any player who transfers from one Power 5 team to the next wants to be on the scout team. And I digress. Anyway, we'll get to number 3. Auburn's running game will re-emerge this week, I think. You have 4 capable backs on this football team, including Jarquez Hunter, who will be back full steam. The rust, I think he will probably kind of dust off. And with the emergence of Damari Alston, and I think Damari Alston, if these guys stop turning the ball over, this group can actually be pretty productive as a whole, because they add different elements to the game. One thing that I really like is the fact that Damari Alston can catch the football out of the backfield and make some good plays. Just got to hold on to the ball. Jarquez Hunter, you got to hold on to the ball. I would also like to see how eventually Hugh Freeze incorporates Battier and Sean Jackson into the running scheme. I really like how that may work. That's number 3. I think the running backs start to be a little bit more productive in this game, and obviously, be a factor more than 7 guys touching the ball at Cal and only equating for 136 yards. That's just my humble opinion on that. All right, so number 4 reason why Auburn will win is Hugh Freeze will be able to execute his game plan a little bit more. I think Hugh Freeze needs the opportunity just before the opening of SEC play. I think he needs to know what it feels like after having a pretty good game against UMass and having a pretty unorthodox game against University of California. I think he needs to be able to at least see what his progressions with this team looks like. Now, although, of course, a menial opponent, if you will, but you still want to see how that feels. You still want to get that rhythm. You still want to see what quarterback will continue to emerge to be quarterback number 1 in SEC play. And you also want to be able to decipher your play calling without the just obnoxious penalties, the holdings, the offsides, those types of things. You also want to see what your offense looks like without turning the ball over, because Auburn turned the ball over in some critical areas of the field and at some very inopportune times in the ball game against Cal. And you just can't have that, because there's going to be some more adversity. I think, Hugh Freeze also doesn't have to deal with the mental logistics of, hey, I got to get these guys, on task. We got this cross-country trip. These guys are going to be playing at what will be, 1 o'clock in the morning, basically, where we live. Who does that? These guys are not used to that. So he doesn't have that to go up against this week. Neither will he have it to go up against next week, but it will be a test to where you got to get a team ready for a 12 o'clock football game on the road. But luckily, it's on the same time zone. Texas is in Central Time, and Alabama is as well. Number 5, the reason why Auburn wins this game, and we're just going to go ahead and sum this thing up for what it is and quit bullshitting around. Auburn is just a better team. And they are the better team because, number 1, they have the better recruiting opportunities. They're in a totally different stratosphere than Samford. Hey, you get an offer from Auburn, you get an offer from Samford. Only way you take the Samford offer is if, maybe there's a lot of guys in your position but either way, hey, I'm going to Auburn. Samford is an FCS football team. Not a lot of exposure. And bottom line, not to fluff this thing and not to sugarcoat this thing, Auburn will win this game even if they screwed up 5-6 turnovers, will win this game hand over feet. Here's my prediction. Auburn wins this game 56-0 at home. I think this will be the first pitch shutout in the Hugh Freeze era. These guys have no business scoring at all. 56-0. Auburn wins the football game. Next week, headed to College Station, Texas A&M. One of my favorite games to watch. Like this video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger. War, damn, Eagle.